The factories developed in the name of industrialization, the whole world is full of air and water pollution. Is it not? Any explanation for that? You accept it? So I'm not saying that developing a factory or industrialization is wrong. What is wrong is not properly planning the pollution removal. So that problem is now almost worldwide. The nuclear energy, this many of us don't even, are not aware of, the nuclear radiation pollution. The nuclear energy has created an atmosphere by its radiations that even in the Third World War may not happen. The coming generation may take birth with disability. Many of our problems, especially to children, especially when I came to America and I was talking with our family friends, they said even in the school level also, they are diabetic and obese. This is because of some radiations. We will talk it later. And I will, if I don't talk about it, you please press me and ask me about these three diseases: the diabetes, the blood pressure and heart problems, and cancer. The nuclear energy has created an atmosphere by its radiations that even in the Third War, even if the Third World War may not happen, the coming generations may take birth with a disability. And do you now find one interesting factor? As those who are working in electronics, I'm not talking about only software, childbirth is decreasing. If you don't know, you remember it. The more people are working with electrical apparatus and electricity in the home, childbirth rate is automatically decreasing. You can just make a note of it. Fertility, or what we say, the capacity to produce child, is decreasing because of the radiations. We don't know how to protect ourselves from those radiations, and few people are able to connect this health problem where we are not able to get children and exposure to various radiations. Then overuse of energies has increased global warming, because of which much of the land may lose its fertility and we may lose the land also. Because of the global warming, if the ice melts and the level of the sun increases, not sun, sea, increases, naturally those who are in the coastal areas, the scientists are saying that there is a probability of many countries we may lose because of the global warming. Next. When the protection of ozone layer of Earth is torn, the cosmic rays destroy the treasures of Earth. Self-evident. The chemical manures and pesticides are transforming the fertile land as a source of poison. This is a really great problem. You have to use manures to increase your production. And now it has been confirmed that when you use more and more chemical manures, we are losing the fertility of the land. And the pesticides, especially DDT and others, what is happening? It goes into the mother's milk because of the food she eats, and it goes to the children, and then a vicious cycle starts. So, to use it or not, a question mark. Mining of minerals, metals and oils is happening in such a fast rate that soon they will be exhausted. We are talking about now the petrol problem. And then we are mining so much of the various metals that very sure the coals, the various metals, they will be exhausted. If not now, after 30 years. If not now, after 30 years, after 100 years. Then what? Then what your science and technology development is going and lead you where? Next. The increasing noises. This is the most important thing. The increasing noises in all fields seem to make their sound pollution disturbing the balance of human mind. This is the most important thing which we always miss it, that sound has the ability to disturb you to a very great extent, But because we are able to bear it, that doesn't mean that you can bear it to whatever extent it increases. And if you are a bit aware, you must have already found that in many places the sound pollution is almost unbearable. We bear it because you have no alternative. But the Gayatri has a direct, easy method to avoid noise pollution. The only goal of education nowadays is to earn livelihood. What we read and what we study is not to know the subject, to understand the subject. We want to read it because by reading it, we can earn money.